So, hello and welcome back, guys, to another live trade recap. So, today we're going to be doing the trade recap that I've taken on 1st May 2026, and I've already journaled the trade. So, yeah, let's just quickly jump into the trade. So, thing I'd like to mention is we are already in a situation of all-time high, like it is been happening for the past, like I'll say, like what 1.5 week that we are already like most of the day we are market is opening, we are manipulating, and then we are creating a new all-time high. So yeah, I had expected some sort of a similar movement according to that. So yeah, let's just jump into the trade. So yeah, going into the day, I had a pretty bullish bias because whenever market has been in a moment where the market is showing opportunity to hit the all-time high, daily we like I think so for me personally, the way I trade macro, uh, I can sometimes fade a nice bearish setup just to hold to the all-time high. So yeah, going on to the day, if you see here, this is what 9:29. So 9:30 opens and it directly just goes and takes the all-time high. So initially my thought process was something like this, that we can eventually, like, market is here, we can eventually come down, manipulate this low, then we can move to the upside. But that didn't happen. We just rallied directly to the upside. Okay, we see here, we just hit the new all-time high. This is the all-time high created on 30. So yeah, like every day it is creating a new all-time high. This is the all-time high in 30. Then again it created all-time high. So yeah, it's just the way the market is going right now. So I waited for the macro to open. If you see here, there was no retracement here as well, any retracement. 9:35, got 9:52. Okay. So yeah, now at this point, since my bias is already bullish, the times I have backtested, I have seen that whenever the market puts in a all-time high, very rarely does it happen that within the next 10 to 15 or even 30 minutes, the market just comes to the downside. Like for at least half an hour, the market just keeps on creating new higher prices. Okay, that was my initial expectation going into the all-time high. So I was waiting, like no condition for me was to take a any bearish trade. The only thing I would have waited for a bearish trade was if this initial 5 minute gap which had created the all-time high, if this would have been ran through to the downside, then I could have imagined that we could come to the downside and initially take out all this, mitigate all this gap. These are already mitigated, but yeah. So yeah, then I went on to the lower time frame. I'll just show the session recording as well. So we see here, this is the session recording. The market starts here, it opens, it just rallies up to the upside, no pullback whatsoever. Then here, now here my initial thought process is we can get a change the state of delivery because we have already, now the new 5 minute gap gets created here. If you see here, new 5 minute gap gets created, and then I just marked this 5 minute as a line because it had been very hazy. So yeah, I went on the 1 minute time frame, then it mitigated the 5 minute gap. See, now in this position, if there would have been a change the state of delivered here, this trade would be completely invalid because we have not had any sponsorship. Okay, if this we if just imagine if you had gotten a another candle like this trade would be completely invalid in my opinion, because we need to see a little bit retracement into a higher time frame fair value gap other than a 1 minute fair value gap. That's why I was waiting for the market to initially sweep out the 5 minute, come into the 5 minute gap, sweep out the initial intermediate low created here, then we could continue to the upside. Okay, that was my thought process. Then what happened? It came down, it created a nice SMT here. Then we created a nice SMT here. Then this was changed the state also, it didn't happen. Here also, if I would have taken the trade, I think so it would have been out of my session. But yeah, we did get a 2 minute. I didn't take the 1 minute change the state. I took the 2 minute change the state. We see here 2 minutes. So yeah, this was the 2 minute change the state. But this candle, it closed here. I could have reached and entered a little bit early, but yeah, that technical didn't make any sense because we are already at such a all-time high. So yeah, it's not better to not make any rash decision. So after this, the market just went on to the upside, and eventually I took my partial here and closed the overall trade here. I'll just show the session recording as well. So yeah, as you can see, I'm waiting here for the session recording. Sorry for the market. Yeah, so it comes here, it sweeps out the high. Then here, at a moment, I had also thought that now we have manipulated the high and we could still continue to the downside, but I would not have taken this trade. Let's see, imagine if this 5 minute would have been ran through, still I would not have taken a trade here because my initial targets was the below 1 hour fair value gap. So I need to see this entire fair value gap get ran through, then I could look to target to the downside, but that didn't happen. Okay, it just came here, and at this point I had taken the trade. As you can see, after we got a nice close, change the state of delivery. See here, yeah, as this I did get a I did get a horrible feel, like I had agree, but yeah, technically this became the new all-time high, so that's why I had expected that the price to jump very quickly. And I had entered the price here, stop loss was just below this candle. I could have kept this stop loss below this low also, but it technically didn't make any sense because if the market would come below, it would taken out both of the low and initially come to the 5 minute gap. Okay, so yeah, I entered the area, then I started journaling, and the market started pumping nicely. And yeah, at this point, I had put my stop loss to break even. See, now the main thing is there is no target here. Like there is no point of me. Let's imagine when the market is here, there is nothing to the left of us. Okay, we are in a new area, new area, new price. So that's why I didn't just put my break even anywhere. So I just calculated 40 handles here, 40 handles, and then there I taken my partial there break even because like it was very weird for me. Like there is no target. Like I cannot say this as a continuous drawn liquidity because there is no liquidity to the top of us. I like that cannot be seen in the chart. Okay, so that's why I took my partial and break even on 40 handles. Then rest of the trade I had closed down here. Okay. So yeah, that was overall trade recap. You see here as the market jumped here, then I put my stop loss because what I'd expected was we could either this be entire fake move and we could come to the downside, or this could be the actual move and we could continue to the upside. So there was two scenarios. So now it's the second scenario happened. What that the market went up and just carried going to the upside. Okay. So yeah, then I put my stop loss to break even and took out one partial. And yeah, so that was overall the entire trade. As you can see at this point, as you can see, the market kept on running and I was waiting for the opportunity. And here I didn't book it here. I think so somewhere around here I had booked the trade. See, I started trailing my SL. Then I think somewhere around here I had taken out my entire position. Okay, so yeah, that was the entire trade. Nothing much more to say. We are already inside. We are already like consolidating somewhat. So yeah, there is nothing more to add. Let's see what next week has in plan for us. Hopefully May will go. The month May will be very delightful. April was not so good. It was not so very bad also, but yeah, it was not the best month. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much guys for watching. Bye bye. Take care. Peace out.